provided by Thomas Allgaier and Frennis, based on the most relevant posts on LinkedIn about field marketing in CW 2829. Frennis is a B2B market research company working with enterprises to optimize their campaigns with account and executive insights far beyond AI. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into the top field marketing trends we've seen bubbling up on LinkedIn. This is over the last couple of weeks, specifically calendar weeks 28 and 29. Yeah, lots of insights to share directly from practitioners about how things are shifting from strategy all the way through to execution.
Absolutely. And what we've seen in those discussions, it really points to quite a significant strategic shift happening right now. Marketers seem to be moving decisively. It's less about just general experiences now.
More towards
AI-infused optimization.
Right.
Really pushing for precision, tighter conversion alignment, and interestingly, much deeper partnerships. So we're going to unpack themes around, let's say, execution discipline, how physical spaces are being redefined, and this growing reliance on data-backed personalization.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with strategic highlights. It feels like event strategies are really being, recalibrated quite profoundly. It's not just about getting the brand seen anymore, is it? The focus is sharply on business relevance and hitting those conversion goals. What does this shift actually mean for marketing leaders? How are they tackling it?
Well, what's fascinating here is this paradigm shift. Events aren't just one-offs. They're being viewed as these sophisticated multi-stage campaigns, and each one has a unique, measurable purpose. Leaders like Teresa Lopez, she's emphasizing that not all events are created equal.
Right. Different goals, different metrics.
Exactly. So they shouldn't be measured with some kind of one-size-fits-all approach. Think about a small field dinner for key accounts.
Yeah, relationship building, deal acceleration maybe.
Precisely. Whereas a large trade show, that's laser-focused on lead generation. Emily Kramer reinforces this too. She stresses that great events, they're full campaigns.
Before, during, and after.
Exactly. Content, distribution, follow-up, the whole 9 yards. And Jonathan Kazarian reminds us that, the basics like targeting, positioning, messaging.
They need to be locked in from the start.
Absolutely critical from the outset, not just tacked on later.
That kind of surgical precision makes perfect sense. Treating each event like its own campaign with real intent. So, building on that, beyond just the strategy docs, how are brands actually redefining the physical spaces they use? For events, for retail, it feels like they're trying to connect in, much more meaningful ways.
Yeah, and if we connect this to the bigger picture, you're right. Physical spaces are evolving. They're becoming these branded storytelling zones, way beyond just showing products. Emiliano Bolzano highlighted Valentino's milkshake pop-up in Miami.
Milkshake pop-up?
Yeah, simple, totally unexpected. But it created incredible buzz and really showed off the brand's personality. Then Alana Nezovic pointed out Nike's Mad Brilliance in London that brilliantly blends sports and art into this immersive storytelling platform. It's about building emotional connections. And Elizabeth Solaru shared how Miu Miu transformed public parks into immersive reading experiences. So blending luxury with cultural engagement. It's almost like selling participation in intellectual discourse.
Not just selling a bag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And similarly, Atharv Puranik emphasized brand shocks becoming engaging experiences too. Themed displays, interactive demos, maybe even influencer walk-ins.
It really sounds like the focus is shifting from just showcasing products to crafting these deeply felt immersive experiences that actually tell a story. So with all this talk of precision and experience, what does this mean for how AI is stepping into field marketing? Are we seeing real, tangible use cases yet?
Yeah, this brings up a really important point about how AI is enabling unprecedented precision and efficiency. And ultimately, it's freeing up marketers for more strategic, more human-centric work.
Okay.
Philip Beckman's analysis shows AI is simplifying admin tasks right across the board. Content creation, complex data analysis.
Heavy lift.
Right. And Bob Bazez gave a really concrete example, using AI for personalized outreach to over 200 attendees in just minutes.
Wow. Minutes.
Yeah, and it significantly boosted attendance rates for their free events. Jason Stuckey observed, pretty astutely, I thought, that it's about empowering organizers to focus on that human connection piece.
Not just getting bogged down in process.
Exactly. And Sophie Maizari-Pegram also noted AI is reshaping planning and experience through things like real-time translation and even predictive planning.
Okay, fascinating stuff.
So moving into event execution maturity, it seems pretty clear that marketing leaders are urging their teams to ditch those, default event cycles. They want more tailored, outcome-linked participation models instead. So from what we've seen discussed, how are marketers making sure they're picking the right events? and truly aligning them with the bigger business goals.
Well, it seems the key is a really disciplined approach to selection. Meja P. recently brought up Emily Kramer's framework for this. It suggests marketers first need to figure out if events are even the right channel for their specific audience and buying process.
Makes sense. Don't just do an event because you always do.
Exactly. They use something called a coverage versus composition matrix, basically to check if their target audience and ICP will actually be there, making sure you're connecting with the right people.
Smart.
And Rosie de la Cruz also stressed timing. Stick to Tuesdays through Thursdays, apparently, and plan mainly for local audiences.
Interesting detail.
Yeah. And Jay Menasha highlights pre-event communication. It's crucial for setting the tone and building excitement, not just, dumping logistics on people.
Right, building anticipation.
And Luke Reed reinforced this. He noted companies often invest billions without really prioritizing ROI, so that strategic event format selection is just critical.
Okay, so once an event is chosen, the focus seems to shift pretty intently onto content performance and capturing useful data. How's that playing out?
Well, Leanne Joseph pointed out that you can capture valuable event data early, using interactive attendee engagement questions during sessions, for instance.
So getting feedback in real time.
Yeah, it helps spot trends as they happen and, crucially, helps prove ROI later. Raphael Stavisky's research backs this up, too. Session engagement is apparently a powerful lead driver.
And content quality.
Is the biggest factor influencing whether people actually complete sessions, especially for digital leads. So it's about getting those real-time insights directly from your audience.
That's really interesting. So it's definitely about depth over sheer volume.
Yeah.
And getting that measurable engagement. But it's not just about the event itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
There seems to be a strong push for closing the loop, connecting those brand moments to actual pipeline generation.
Absolutely. What are some practical ways teams are ensuring that post-event success? Making sure it doesn't just fizzle out.
Exactly. That follow-through is key. Wendy Porter talks about maximizing event impact by repurposing content.
Right, slicing and dicing it.
Yeah, turning key moments into blogs, social posts, maybe gated resources. It extends the reach and keeps generating leads long after the event is over. Alec McChesney also underscored how critical a robust post-show strategy is for trade shows, for sustained success, not just a one-off bump.
And Baron Lau even shared a brilliant playbook, apparently, for capturing authentic customer testimonials at trade shows.
Oh, wow.
Using simple on-site video, just turning those immediate casual reactions into really powerful proof points.
That's clever. Very efficient.
It sounds like a ton of meticulous planning and follow-through is involved, though. But what about the people doing all this work, the human element? We're hearing more about event professional mental health, burnout, team structures. How is that being addressed?
Yeah, this raises a really critical point about sustainability in the industry. We've definitely seen a lot of discussion lately about the, frankly, immense toll of high-pressure event planning on mental health. Bianca Salamanian explored this pretty extensively, and KCS offered some really practical strategies. Things like building in micro moments of rest during the day, focusing on physical wellness, and streamlining toolkits to stay balanced, not getting overwhelmed by tech. Laura Smedley even suggested using data tools like a health scorecard to manage event planning stress more effectively.
Using data for well-being, interesting.
Yeah, and there's also a strong push for clearer role definition. Jasmine Brianna clarified the distinct roles: event strategist, producer, manager.
So not expecting one person to do everything.
Exactly. She emphasized that expecting one person to juggle all of that inevitably leads to burnout, which aligns with Ian Morrison's 13 essential skills for event leadership.
Resilience, team orchestration.
Right. And Sasha Friese's 20 leadership lessons, from event transformation, stressing adaptability and clarity. Jana Brushin and Meg Herman both reinforced that event planning is leadership.
Decision-making, trust, taking responsibility.
Yes.
So it really isn't just about what you do, but how you lead and support the people doing it.
Okay, given all that intense effort, what about those maybe subtle but really impactful details? The things that elevate an event from just done to genuinely unforgettable.
Meticulous attention to detail seems paramount here. Mandy Hennishin provided some really detailed points on clarifying key planning details way in advance.
To avoid those last-minute scrambles on site.
Exactly, especially around setup and logistics. She noted that even a little bit of setup takes way more time than people often realize.
Underestimation is common.
Very. And Ellen Kamrad reiterated how that meticulous planning is what transforms ordinary gatherings into memorable experiences. It's the detailed coordination. Then you have those, unexpected delights. Haley Daywood discussed how interactive entertainment, get this, a cotton candy machine.
Really? Cotton candy?
Yeah, can spark engagement and connections. And Maggie Corrado emphasized how event menus are actually crucial for storytelling and enhancing the guest experience.
Food is part of the narrative. Exactly. And John Mendoza pointed out, engaging multiple senses at a booth, vibrant visuals, maybe the smell of fresh popcorn creates those lasting impressions.
This level of dedication to every single detail, it's really impressive. It shows real commitment. Ultimately, though, when it comes to execution, what makes the biggest impression at an event?
KCW put it perfectly, I think. She said, at any trade show, your booth isn't the star your people are.
Ah, yes. The human element again.
Totally. Great trade shows happen because of great people. Their energy, their curiosity, their ability to listen, connect, and educate. Dmitry Gorbatov also stressed maximizing value at tech events by engaging deeply with attendees, treating every single conversation seriously. It just all comes back to that human connection.
That is a powerful takeaway. Okay, moving on to our next theme, partnerships and innovation signals. It's clear tech enablers are launching new modules, integrating analytics for even more precision. What specific tech innovations are really shaping the future of event planning and attendee experiences right now? What's exciting?
Well, Philip Beckman identified some key trends looking ahead to 2025. A definite move towards smaller but higher impact events.
Quality over quantity.
Right. Significant AI integration, obviously. And an increased focus on attendee engagement, with automation really revolutionizing personalized communication.
Yeah.
We're also seeing some tangible tech advancements. Curtis O'Keefe mentioned how an event tech platform managed to quickly develop a double opt-in registration feature.
How quickly?
In just 16 days. This was in direct response to a client's specific compliance need. It just shows how agile tech partners are becoming, driving innovation.
That's impressive agility.
And Hoyen Chung highlighted how extended reality, XR technology that includes AR, VR,
Our whole spectrum.
Yeah, it's revolutionizing events through truly immersive experiences, things like on-site navigation, gamification. And Sadie A. Davis added a good point, too. Event tech should always prioritize functionality over just flashiness, transparency, and actually solving problems.
That really does open up new possibilities for personalization and engagement. But beyond the direct tech tools, what new avenues are event marketers exploring for engagement? Especially thinking about partnerships and community building.
Yeah, this is a critical point. How do we actually reach audiences in what feels like an increasingly noisy world?
Good question.
Keith Bendis suggested that community event leaders are emerging as these incredibly influential figures. Why? Because there's this growing hunger for real-life experiences and genuine community. He noted the value of a social media follower has, frankly, never been lower.
Ouch. But maybe true.
Possibly. And Tamar Beck presented some compelling evidence that B2B event marketers should seriously consider leveraging private channels, like WhatsApp.
WhatsApp for event marketing.
Yeah, for more effective participant engagement. Apparently, shares on WhatsApp lead to significantly higher direct registration conversions than shares on LinkedIn.
Really? That's fascinating. More trusted networks.
Exactly. And Roman Papadimitriou even highlighted how a TikTok street interview series called Gaydar successfully sold out a live party.
From TikTok to a sold-out event.
Yeah, proving that short-form IP can genuinely build real-world connections and drive real-life attendance.
It's fascinating how that shift to more personal, trusted networks is proving so effective. So how is venue selection evolving then to support these new strategies, and what other broader factors are influencing event planning decisions today?
Venue selection is really maturing. It's becoming a strategic discipline in its own right. Julia Solaris actually stated that venue choice is the single most consequential decision for an event's overall outcome.
Wow, the most consequential.
That's what he said. And Kelly Troya added that for executive events, selecting the right venue goes way beyond just size and location. It's about the vibe, flow, fit, and hospitality, creating that perfect, unforgettable experience.
The feel of the place.
Exactly. Geopolitical uncertainty is also playing a role, as Liz Lathan noted. It's prompting a focus on agility, strategic sectors, value-driven strategies. She even suggested maybe playing small sometimes, with more micro events.
Adapting to uncertainty.
Right. And François-Xavier Depirot highlighted the growing trade show presence in Saudi Arabia, complementing Dubai as a global business hub. So we're seeing evolving geographic strategic locations too.
Okay, so with all these evolving strategies, technologies, venue considerations, what does this all mean for how brands are actually creating those deeper, more memorable connections through experiences? How are they pulling it all together?
Well, Michael Gazudis explores 7 specific experiential marketing strategies that focus on nurturing those emotional connections and building real brand loyalty. And Robert Worthy exemplified this using luxury brands like Dior, Casablanca, Armani, showing how they create lasting impact through highly emotional experiences.
Turning activations into memories.
Precisely. Fostering brand connection and advocacy that lasts. Sandeep Porwal called Coca-Cola's famous drinkable ad a masterclass in interactive storytelling.
I remember that one.
Yeah, it blurred the line between digital and physical, delivering a moment, not just, a message. Joshua Cruz highlighted Buc-ee's.
The gas station.
Yeah, as a prime example of brand strategy, creating an immersive experience that builds this living, breathing brand. And Valay Lakdavala shared how Zoholic's India 2025 showcased powerful, human-centered storytelling, crafting a journey, not just another conference.
So it really comes down to that carefully crafted emotional journey. And finally, wrapping things up, how are we seeing the overall approach to events evolve to maximize impact and engagement in this, well, clearly changing landscape?
Stephanie Dixon urged marketers to revitalize events by focusing clearly on purpose, encouraging behavioral and systems change, not just attendance.
Pushing boundaries.
Yeah, pushing boundaries with unique formats and designing experiences that really evoke genuine feeling. Timothy McDonald reiterated that trade shows, despite everything digital, remain crucial for face-to-face marketing success.
The power of human connection.
He emphasized the enduring power of that real human connection. And Gabriella Antoniotti confirmed events have definitely roared back post-pandemic. They're increasingly recognized as strategic levers.
For brand, culture, growth?
Exactly. With rising investment in larger, smarter events, better tech, and more focus on sustainability. Herva S. noted something interesting. You can't stream real connection. Even Netflix is building fan spaces for in-person connection now.
That says a lot.
It does. And Dan Horgan emphasized that running events is about making an impression that goes beyond just sales. It's branding, community, engagement. So all this really points to a future where events are truly strategic, incredibly thoughtfully designed, and at their core, deeply human.
The great summary. If you enjoyed this deep dive, new deep dives drop every 2 weeks. Also, check out our other editions on account-based marketing, go-to-market, channel marketing, MarTech, social selling, and AI in B2B marketing. Thank you for joining us, and remember to subscribe to catch all our future deep dives.